Hey y'all, it's Amanda from Queen of Hearts Photography, and today I have a short but sweet tutorial for you. I am going to show you how to make your own watermarks for your images. Now, I've gotten so many questions throughout the years about my watermarks, if I buy them, if I make them, where I get them, how I make them. So today I figured I would show you just how simple and easy it is, and when you make your own watermarks, you save money. So I'm going to show you today how to do that. Now this image that I have up here is just a picture of my son and my nephew, and I just have this up so I can show you how I use my watermarks after we make them. So you're going to go up to File, to New, and here you want to select the size of your image. Now this is the size that I use. This is a standard file size for my photos, and that's the size that I start with. Of course I crop it down and make it smaller, but I like to start big because I don't want to run out of space, I guess. So this is the size that I use. You want to make sure that you're using it in pixels, preferably. Make sure that your resolution is high. I keep mine at 300, and you want to make sure, very important, that your background is transparent. So go ahead and click OK. And obviously it's very large. Of course you can make your file smaller. So you want to go in and click your text down here and go ahead and make a text box. Make it as big or as small as you want. Now your text, if you're working with a file this large, of course your text is going to have to be rather large. I keep mine right here at 72. You'll also have to adjust yours to the size of your file. And you want to go in and select the font that you want to use. Now I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fonts, and I don't even use them. I use like a handful of them regularly. But you can go online and you can download so many free fonts, and I usually go on to find something for a project and I end up downloading like 20 that I don't need, and well, that's how I end up with this many. But go in and download a new font if you need one, or pick one of your favorites. And this is the one that I have that I'm using for my current watermark. I love it because it's very simple and very easy to read. Nothing fancy and nothing crazy. Don't ask me how to pronounce it. I think it is Iskoola Pota. I'm sure I didn't pronounce that right, but that's the font that I'm using. So you want to go ahead and you want to type in whatever your business is, or whatever you want your watermark to be, whether it's your business name or your name or whatever. Now I have my current watermark in all caps, so I'm going to make this the same. Queen Hearts Photography. Of course you want to make sure that your spelling is correct. I think my spelling is correct here. I'm just going to make my text box a little bit smaller so I can move it around. Click the check mark to save. Just give me a little pointer here so I can move it on over. And the reason I'm going to move it over is because I'm going to show you how to add your copyright symbol if you're interested in adding that. So this is how I add my copyright symbol. You want to go down here to this icon and add a new layer. And then come over here to your shapes, if you don't know where your shapes are. Now this shape isn't always going to be the same on your menu over here. It depends on which one you had selected last. If you can see, when you select different things, the symbol down here changes. So it's not going to look like mine. But you want to make sure that you have this little star thing selected here, because this is going to bring up the shape menu box over here. Now as you can see, I already have the copyright symbol brought up. Now you should have this on your Photoshop by default. I don't know. I'm using CS5, so I don't know what the different Photoshops are going to have, but you should have the copyright symbol. So just select it. And when it comes to selecting your style over here, you want to make sure you have this little solid box here on the end. This is going to make sure that your symbol is coming out as a solid color. So go ahead and you can put it wherever you want it. I'm going to put mine right here in front. There you go. Now here's my watermark. See how simple that was? Now the next thing I'm going to go in and do is crop it, of course. So come over to your crop tool. You want to make sure that there's no numbers over here. If there are, just hit clear and it'll clear them for you, because you want like a custom crop. So go on in here, crop it to the size that you want it. Hit your check mark, and there you go. Voila! Do you see how simple that was? Now, if you want to make it fancy, if you want to add like shapes and designs and that kind of thing, feel free to do that. You can simply do that by just going into your brushes, download brushes. Once again, there's so many free brushes online that you can download. You can buy brushes, you can get them for free, whatever, you know, if you want to get fancy. I used to do that, but I don't do it anymore because I feel like it kind of takes away from the photograph, and that's not what I want. So I just want something clean and simple. But if you want something with designs or whatever, you know, feel free to get creative and make it however you want. That's all you really need is some fancy brushes, or even add some of these shapes in here in the shape menu. Oops. There's all kinds of shapes that come in here by default. You know, you could add hearts or whatever. You could add a little bunny rabbit. I don't know. But right here we have it in black. Now I like my watermarks to be in black and white. I like to have the option. I usually keep my watermarks white on all of my images if possible. But if for some reason it's not showing up and I need something darker, I like to have the black as a fallback. Now instead of going and making a whole new watermark, I can just simply change this color. First, let me show you how to save this. So you want to go in up here to layers and you want to click merge visible. This is going to keep your background transparent. If you click flatten layers, it's going to turn your background white. You don't want to do that. Obviously, you don't want any white backgrounds or black backgrounds or anything like that on your image. So you want to make sure that you click merge visible. After you do that, you want to save it. You want to go to save as. Now here's the important part also. You want to make sure that you save it as a ping. That's what I saved mine as, because that will also keep your background transparent. Okay, you know, label it whatever you want. I'm just going to hit sample mark black, and then I'm going to hit save. Okay, and that is done. Now I've already saved my black watermark, and what I want to do is change it to white. So I'm simply going to go up here to edit, step backwards. That's going to unflatten my layers or unmerge my layers. Now you want to go in here to your text, right click, go up to blending options, color overlay. You can see it already changed the color to whatever color was up here by default, which I think is red. So you want to click the color, change it to whatever color you want. I want mine to be white. Click OK. Click OK. Now make sure that you also go up here to your copyright symbol, right click, blending options, color overlay again, hit the color, change it to white, click OK, and then you're done. Go back up here to layers, merge visible again, and then you also just want to go in and save this as, what did we save it as? Sample mark. We want to save this one as white. Make sure it is a ping. Hit save, hit OK, and that's it. And you can go in this and change the color to as many colors as you want. Sometimes I used to have like fancy colors like pinks and all kinds of stuff like that, but I really just wanted to keep mine simple. I don't want my watermark to distract from my image, so I keep mine simple now. But you can, you know, you can go in and like outline your text if you wanted to, which is really simple. I'll show you how to do that real quickly. I'll go back up to edit, step backwards, so it unflattens my layers here. If you want to add like an outline around your text, a lot of people don't know how to do that. It's really simple. You go to your text, right click again, blending options, and hit stroke. Now, as you can see, that adds a outline. And here's your color. You can change your color to whatever color you want. You can change the size to whatever you want. I don't want any kind of outline, but if you did, that's how you do it. So I'm going to go back in and merge this so I can show you how I use my watermarks after I have made them. So back into my image here. Now you can pull up your, you know, your file here wherever you had your watermark saved. Just pull it up into Photoshop. You can also, you know, pull up your files, and you can drag, and I don't think I have any of this stuff up right now, but you can just drag your watermark over on top of your image. But since I already have it open in Photoshop, I'm going to pull it down. I'm going to click my little arrow here, and then I'm just going to drag it up. Get rid of this, and here it is. And of course, we want to resize it. So you're gonna click Control-Alt-T, so you can transform, resize your image. Every time I resize anything, it always comes up with a copy and leaves another copy here, so I have to delete that. But once you have your image sized to where you want it, just hit the check mark, and of course I'm going to delete my copy. I don't know why it does that. And there you go. And you can free to move it around if you want to. And there you go. And when you're done, when your watermark is where you want it, you just hit flatten image. And there you go. Now you just made your own watermark and saved yourself some money. I hope that this was helpful. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Also, I wanted to mention that this image here was edited with my mini black and white action set. This set is for Photoshop CS and Elements, and if you like this edit, stay tuned because this set will be going on sale very, very soon, so keep your eyes out. I hope that this tutorial was helpful for you and have a wonderful day.